You know what I mean? Like, so I actually, there are castings I don't feel that way. Like, Jeffrey Wright, I always mention him both as Felix Leiter in the, Bond movies and as Commissioner Gordon. I didn't feel like they just picked a black guy.
No,
I felt
he's a
like
good actor.
they picked a good actor.
Yeah.
See, that's to me where this is always like a weird...
They also chose him for characters where, in my opinion, the race for that specific character does not matter. I think the only time it would matter, I guess, for Gordon is the fact that he has a daughter who canonically has red hair, and a lot of times people with red hair are typically white. But you can still get around that with her being half black, half white, or maybe she dyed her hair red or whatever. You know, like, it's like, you can blur the lines. It's not exactly set in stone here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Robin Thicke with blurred lines.
Yeah. I think that song was about grapes, by the way.
I think it was. And it was super popular.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Blurred lines! I spiked your drink.
Oh my gosh.
You can't tell anyone, or I will find you. Blurred lines! I'm gonna Cosby you. No one will believe you. LOL.
Well, like,
Blurred lines!
I think with, like, Gordon himself, you know, there's nothing really in the story that's like, he needs to be white.
No. No,
Whereas
I mean, he typically is, though, so you better have a damn good actor if you're changing that.
Whereas I'd argue with Bruce Wayne, I kind of think he needs to be white just because of the whole...
Generational wealth?
Yeah, like, the problem with generational wealth in America, it makes it less believable if he's, like, an ultra-rich billionaire black man who didn't just get his money from investing. You know, because, like, they talk about how, like, Bruce Wayne's family has been rich for generations.
Yeah, no, they've influenced Gotham for generations.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to just say, there is, like, a point at which you're changing characters, and I can tell why. Like, and what I mean by that is, there's characters like Gordon, you know, they're like a side, not like a side character, but they're not the main character. You can change that character, you know, you can play with it a little bit. But, like, there's also characters like, hey, I just rebooted Naruto. He's black now. Where I'd be like,
Really?
Naruto?
Yeah.
The Japanese boy, the vaguely ambiguous but very clearly influenced by Japanese culture boy. You've made him black, or you've turned him into a white guy, like in, what was it, Dragon Ball Evolution?
Oh, yeah.
Like all this shit, it's like, you're doing this for a localization to push a certain audience to have an interest in your thing.
I think when it comes to main characters, when you start changing
Leave it alone.
Yeah, when you start changing their race and it's a main character, it's kind of like iffy, because it's like...
It's not even iffy. It's like, we all know what you're doing. The only people who will defend it are people who want brownie points. That's it. Those are the only people who will defend what you're doing.
I think at that point, when it's not a side character that people don't care too much about the race of, I think at that point you just need to make a new character. Like, that's why I like Static Shock, the show, so much, because that is a new superhero who is extremely interesting and fun, a really great role model, and he's also a black teenage boy.
And guess what? I wouldn't want a white person to take over his role.
No, I'd be really mad if they changed him to be a white guy for some stupid localization. Because that takes away a lot of his... Like, that takes away a ton of his personality, his culture. You know, what makes him extremely interesting as a character is one of the things where, like, he got his powers from a gangbang, where, like, a lot of, other black teenagers and black adults were in a gang war type situation, and then gas went off and he got his powers from, like, that whole thing. Watch the show. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, if you haven't watched Static Shock, it's very cheap. You can buy it on DVD. 100% worth it. It ties very well into the DCAU. I think it is the only DCAU show that has a crossover with almost every other one.
But if you made him white, you would take away the impact that it would take for, in my opinion, young black men who look at that character and see that. It would take away a lot of the impact that he has, where then it would just be like, oh, well, of course he wants me to stay away from gangbangs. He's just another white guy who says that. But because he's, like, a black kid who's, like, the same age as some of these young kids.
Right, he's an inner city kid.
He's an inner city kid.
He's an inner city kid who gets caught up
in
things
good role model, I'm saying.
Bigger than himself.
And then kids can look at that and be like, oh, yeah, this other black kid has a good heart. and he thinks that these gangbangs are wrong and that we shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff and we should stay off the streets and, do good things together. I feel like that has more impact towards fellow black kids than it would if he was a white guy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, even, it's not... I agree. It's not even that deep, though, for me, because, like I said, watching Static, and Jon Stewart, actually, his Green Lantern, as a kid, that was one of my only exposures to black people, because, like, where I lived, it was really just white people who lived here. I mean, it wasn't like a, cook them all out type thing. It was just like that's who...
That's how it was for me in Maine, too, except I didn't watch the DCAU as a kid.
And we're looking for Joker teeth, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And my thing with that is, I found it interesting. I always found it interesting because, to me, that character, well, both of those characters, to me, they were like, wow, so this person looks different than me, but they're just like me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that was,
I think that really helps, too.
I didn't remember you got this cutscene if you come here again.
Oh, why do we get it again? We've already seen it.
I guess to show him fast travel, kind of.
Oh.
And I forgot about it, and now
That's
I'm going to
funny.
have to go back there.
I think it really helps for a lot of people who grow up in areas where maybe there's not tons of black population to, like, realize, oh, okay, wait a minute, black people are just normal people. Because they do, for some reason, get a lot of unnecessary racism, in my opinion.
Disabling countermeasures.
Well, yeah, and
Security deactivated.
unfortunately, I think also it's not okay, but a lot of people also bring a lot of racial bigotry, I don't want to say on themselves, because that's not what I mean, but, like, I think a lot of people play right into the hand of racist people, which sucks. Like, there's a lot of people where it's like, oh, you think I'm just a bad person, then I'll just be a bad person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, it's kind of like, well, you're not helping. Like,
Yeah.
you're not helping, like, the guy down the street who just wants to do his taxes and be left alone. You're not helping him. He looks just like you, and you're making it harder for him, and you're, like, playing right into the hand of the people who don't who hate you.
I think in a time where there is still a surprising amount of racism towards black people, it's really good to have black superheroes like that represent, you know, someone that people can look up to and realize, hey, you know, like, they're all just normal people too.
Well, I think it's also important, though, to remember nobody has ownership of these characters. Like, I wouldn't want to see a black superhero like Jon Stewart or Static like Virgil. I wouldn't want to see them replaced by someone else. However, I also don't think that they, like, there's too much of this, and the reason I agree with you on, like, you know, oh, it's important for certain people, but I also add a caveat to it is because I also think there's way too much, oh, that character belongs to us, that's a black character, and I've seen that a lot too online, and it's like, you know how shitty it would sound if I said, hey, you're a fan of Superman, but you're black? Get out of here. That's my
Yeah, you're
character.
not allowed to be a fan of him. You have to be a fan of the other guy who's black Superman.
Yeah, why don't you go
What's
watch,
his name?
what was it, Val Zod?
Yeah, you gotta watch him.
Yeah, like, it would be like, okay, well, why are you acting that way? You know what I
like
mean?
Clark Kent.
Right, yeah, but do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's a shitty way to act, right? I think
I agree.
I think that it's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. There will be characters that align more with maybe who you are in some way.
I'd be pretty upset if somebody said I couldn't like Virgil, actually, because he's probably one of my favorite superheroes of all time now.
Here's the thing. Bruce being rich makes him just as different from my life experience as Virgil being black.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is, like, Virgil is an inner city kid who's a black kid, right? And Bruce Wayne is a troubled kid whose parents were murdered, who goes, you know, is a billionaire. I am neither of these things, but I can find commonalities with these characters.
I would say I actually find more commonalities with
Virgil?
myself with Virgil than I would with Bruce Wayne, actually.
Probably.
Because I grew up in an area, not necessarily an area with tons of black people, but like in an area that was full of crime.
And gang activity.
And gang activity. And so I kind of relate with Virgil in the whole, like, having to stay away from these people and try to make sure that you still are good in your heart. You know, I don't know, I really admire how much he stands up to things like bullying and how he tries to make good points in his show. I mean, there's a couple of episodes that kind of were a flop, like the gun safety episode that was, like, kind of blaming it all on the gun and not as much on the kid who was using the gun.
Or on the bullying.
Yeah.
I don't understand, how do I get back up to the surface? I don't remember. Do you remember?
I don't know. But at the end of the day,
We literally just did this. How do I not remember?
I don't know. I do think that there's a lot of really good lessons to be had there, and I think it's very relatable for somebody who, like, has gone to high school or is in high school, lives in a city, you know, is still figuring out life and is still growing up and trying to navigate life, you know, with friends and different situations and sometimes bad situations. I think it's extremely relatable for all walks of life, that TV show.
Mm-hmm. No, I do too. I'm just annoyed right now that I couldn't remember how to get back up. I'll just go this way. I think that in general, like a lot of these characters, I don't like the ownership idea. And that's all I was saying, is that there are too many people who are like, oh, this is our character. This character's for the gays. This character is for us black folk. This character is for country people like me. It's like, this character's for everybody, fuck off.
That's why I made that video, Sailor Moon is for everyone, actually. Because I got sick of people saying Sailor Moon was only for the girls and the gays. When there's been a lot of straight men that have come forward, actually, from that video who said...
I like how you're just acting like it came out of the closet.
True. That they said they loved Sailor Moon, especially growing up, but they couldn't tell anyone because people would think that they were gay or, you know, something else. And even though that's not a bad thing to think about someone, it's still like...
Well, it was a stigma on them that in their area was negative.
Yeah, and it's still like changing their identity as a person, where it's like they want to be known as who they are and what they identify as, but they still want to like Sailor Moon. And I feel like that's fine, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, it should be. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this to me is so silly too, because it's like, I remember when we made that video about the Tim Drake Robin and just how dumb we thought the writing was. And I'll add on there, I never made one about him because it's like I don't really... Gay people get very fucking violent on the internet.
They do.
No one's willing to say it, but like they are like some of the most violent motherfuckers for like people who claim like, I'm oppressed, and then they're like, let's kill them about someone else who disagrees with them. Like they're so into doxing and like angry ad hominem attacks and stuff. I remember when we talked about Tim Drake, and there were people like threatening us with like violence or threatening to like dox us and all this shit on like
and they
Twitter.
didn't care that I'm also one of them.
And you basically said, hey, I'm bi, and this video idea was mainly mine. Because I remember I showed you this stuff and you said you should make a video on it. Not to throw you under the bus.
Well, they always like to forget the B in LGBTQ.
Oh, they're moving to remove it now. Did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I can believe it because apparently everyone hates bisexual people.
They're moving to remove it, and I quote, because bisexual people make everything about them.
Excuse me?
There's another letter in that group, by the way, that I think make way more things about them than...
I think all the letters make way more about them. Also, isn't, like, everyone and their mother, like, into more than one gender now because of, like, all of the, you know, different trans stuff that's going on? A lot of people identify as, like, pansexual
Maybe
now.
that's why they're removing it, is because the B implies
This area is falling apart.
two.
It's not safe to use the grapple.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
climb
Maybe
up
they're going to change it to
the
P, so it's
old-fashioned
yeah,
And then they'll tell you you're
LGBTQ.
pan instead of bi.
Yeah,
And then you'll
yes.
say I'm bi, and they're like, oh, that's not a thing, you're pan.
So you're actually against trans people if you say you're bi, because you're only implying that there's two genders.
And then I saw someone else say, that's so stupid, that doesn't imply there's two. But like bi as like a prefix implies two. Like it literally means two, I believe. Or it means like multiple, I guess.
I
don't
mean,
know.
I don't see anything wrong with somebody who just doesn't who doesn't find trans people attractive.
It's literally just another preference.
It's not like you're against them existing.
Actually, no, hold on. Are you hateful about it? Like, is it like, oh, you're just confused, join the statistics, I hope you die? Because, like, there are people who I see say a lot of that shit. That's hate. You know what I mean? Like, that's not even like, I don't know how I feel about this, or, oh, I'm not attracted to you. That's just like, I want you dead. If you're like that, that's one thing, but not everybody who's not attracted to you is like that. Like, there's gonna be people for me who are like, you're too fucking tall. That's not attractive to me. They're not some phobe thing. They just don't have a preference for that physical trait of mine. That's okay.
Yeah, I don't understand why like people who identify as bi can't just live their life, because maybe they are
their preference.
Yeah, maybe they have their preference. Maybe they only like cisgender people. Or for pansexual people, maybe they only like transgender people. Maybe they're not into people who are only, like the one thing that they were born as. Because there are people like that. There's people who like fetishize trans.
Yeah, they're called chasers.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that might be a mean word, but yeah, it's true. That's a thing.
It might. I mean, the word that goes ahead of it is mean. Like they used to be called TRANNY tracers, which is that's the slur now. I mean, it's a made up slur. People decided it's one, but it's the offensive term for being trans. But like, I mean, there used to also be a term called chubby chasers, which was just like people who were into bigger girls or bigger guys. Yeah, and now they call them feeders, I believe.
Now, some of those girls, I don't remember what the word is. It's like, it's
largely inclined.
It's not puta or
big-minded.
But there's like some Spanish word for it, where like a lot of black and Spanish guys. And I say Spanish because, like, I'm mostly talking about people who seem to, like, speak the language Spanish, because I don't know the specific race, like, whether or not they're from Spain or Mexico or wherever they're from.
You could just throw out the term Latinx just to really
the
piss everyone off.
Latinx community, I guess.
Literally, I have never met somebody who's Latino or Latina who wants to be called that, but
anyway,
apparently...
It seems like there's a big population of Spanish speakers and black people who are really into big girls. And they made up their own name for big girls.
Well,
it's Torta. I think it's Torta.
Yeah.
I think that's what the word is.
There's a lot of black men who really like white girls that are larger.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I mean, have whatever... Could you look this up for me, where these teeth are? There's teeth that are Riddler teeth, Arkham Island Riddler teeth.
Arkham Island Riddler teeth. Okay.
I can't find the last two. Arkham Island East. Or no, actually, I don't even know if it's East. I think, yeah, it is. Arkham Island East Riddler teeth. It looks to me like there's a way through here and that they'd be right here. But then I go over here and I don't see them. That's the cave system.
Let's do the 6% one and play the rest of the game from that account.
Some people would love that.
Probably.
And then continue the story in 3, 2, 1... Alright, I got a bone to pick with people here.
Ooh, I like bones and I like picks.
And I want to know why they do it. This is a new recording session, by the way, since the middle of the footage probably ended weirdly. Did we ever figure out where this is?
No, but I think I Googled it and I have a screenshot on my phone.
Googled it?
I Googled it.
We don't do that.
We do now. We do when things are annoying. Okay, let me see. Reddit post. Currently trying to do that, blah, blah, blah. There are only 5 sets in the area.
I just don't remember how to get to these two.
They're just before you enter the warden's office. There's a ledge you grapple up to.
Oh, that's what they say?
Yeah, that's what this person on Reddit says. They are agreeable to Actuator 254, and they said this a year ago. So if they're wrong, everybody should go to their account
no, they shouldn't.
Tell them that they were wrong.
Shouldn't. They should not do that.
Why?
Because it's technically probably targeted harassment or some shit from YouTube that they'd get mad about. The warden's office, huh?
Yeah. But are you going the right way?
No. So the warden's office would be where?
I don't know. I thought it was supposed to be near where those things are.
Well, I mean, we're at Arkham Mansion. I thought the warden's office was at Arkham Mansion.
I guess so.
Remember? It was up here.
So, did I look up the wrong sets of teeth?
I think so, yeah. I think the ones...
Okay, so that Actuator guy is gonna get bullied?
Oh, no, no,
In my account?
no, I don't think so, no. What, by multiple accounts, is that what you said?
Yeah, by
all
my
yours.
Reddit accounts. I accidentally have like 3, and 2 of them I don't use.
No one... This Actuator guy opening up all the mean comments, he's like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3. Where do these guys keep coming from?
Ooh, that's pretty
Dumping
good.
sand out of his boots.
Okay, well, let me delete this.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye, Actuator. Don't you hate when people on Reddit are nice, but then they're wrong, so you have an excuse to bully them?
Yeah, I know. Stupid Redditors.
I love
okay,
it.
so, like,
You know what we need, by the way?
What building are they by?
It doesn't say, it just says that...
Well, what's that weird building down there?
It's Arkham Island East.
Arkham Island East.
There's 2 teeth left, and they are this way. And let me just see. Let me go over here. Let me take a look real quick first myself. All right, we'll take a look. Whoa, did you see that? Whoa! Like a pirouette or whatever they call it.
Pirouette?
Not pirouette.
Okay, here's where you can find all the teeth in Arkham East.
Wait. What the hell? I'm almost there.
Do you like when Nate did that song where, like, he did the what the hell, what the helly, but he did it with my name, so he was like, what the Jilly?
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
I thought that was hilarious.
Speaking of Nate and T not being the same person, they are.
They totally are.
I'm starting a I'm getting the conspiracy rolling again. T is coming over tomorrow, and I'm trying to convince him to do some of the Arkham Challenge maps with me, and it sounded like he was interested, but he said it in the T way where he was like, yeah, that'd be fun. And so now I'm kind of like, well, does he actually think it would be fun, or is he like, I'm just trying to raise my daughter here, and this guy won't fucking leave me alone. Yeah, whatever.
I think he thinks it's fun. You know, with the conspiracy theory that they're the same person.
You mean the truth?
Yeah. When I lived in Maine.
Look at this, by the way. It would be right there, but it would be in Arkham East. And
So
yet,
try flying over there.
there is no flying over there. What do you mean by that? Oh,
Flying.
wait. Maybe I can go here, and then
Bobby, you silly stoop.
Look at that.
So, I was gonna say, when I lived in Maine, because Nate and T have similar sounding voices on recording, I had a hard time telling them apart sometimes in certain videos. But then when I moved here, they sounded extremely different in real life. I think the problem is the, like, recording software, especially the old one you used to use with the old microphone. It made their voices sound slightly similar because they both have, like, deep voices.
Really?
But I think that that's less of an issue now with this A, newer microphone, and B, the fact that I at least know them in real life, and they have very different intonations in real life if you, like, listen to their voices.
They also talk about different things. Like, T is very hesitant to get into serious topics. Nate'll just jump right into them before I can even get to it.
True, and T is, like, really, really loud, and Nate's a little bit more softer spoken.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So he usually has to sit a little closer to the microphone than me.
And T has to, like, sit across the room because he freaking yells.
I know, he yells about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah. So if you can't tell the difference, that's probably couple of ways you could figure it out.
Yeah, who's yelling?
Yeah, who's yelling and who's, like, you know, speaking softer but is very confident in what he's saying, even if it sounds like he's speaking Nazi rhetoric.
Whoa, okay, no it doesn't. Settle down. So, here's my bone I have to pick with everybody as I go to try to find these last two teeth, which I might still need your help on. Because that actually was not... It was only one of the two.
But there's still one over there, Pook.
I know, so we're going to try to go this way, go here, and then go down here, and this looks like a path, and get here. See that?
Oh.
Yeah.
You smarty pants.
So here's the bone I have to pick with people.
Okay.
Unless it is included in your meal, if you order food from somewhere, why would you order a drink? And hear me out. Like, I'm saying, like
you're
for
ordering
delivery.
food, like, from DoorDash sort of thing.
Yeah, from DoorDash or from a delivery driver.
Or Uber Eats, stuff
maybe,
like that.
I could see this maybe with a dedicated delivery driver like Domino's, where they, like, have their own cars and they pay these people and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if it's with that company. But otherwise, why are you paying to get a drink with it? And I thought of it because of the SpongeBob episode where the guy can't get his Diet Dr. Kelp and he freaks out.
Yeah.
And the reason I thought of this was because I was like, well, who is in their right mind ordering drinks from these takeout places? Because by the time you get it, it will be warm. And
the ice will be melted.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You won't get it the way you want it. They'll pile ice in it so that they don't have to give you as much soda, because these managers, they act like the money comes directly out of their bank account for food. So you will get a shitty drink and you'll be upset. So, like, what's the point? Is this a riddle?
I don't know.
No. They act like there's Riddler teeth. Joker teeth. Are they... Wait,
What's there?
Okay. I think this might be the mark on the thing. So, whoa. So then, did they not... Here, we need to get a... Can we get this rubble out of here? Can I get this rubble out of here? What if I...
No, you can't. It's not gonna.
What if I do one of these? I wanted to screenshot... Oh, come on! Oh, it would have worked too!
Oh no, poor Bobby. Oh well. That sucks.
Whatever. Basically, you're gonna get a shitty drink, right? And I thought of
Yeah.
it because of that Diet Dr. Kelp episode.
So why are you paying extra for a shitty drink when you probably have drinks at home?
And you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Unless, I can see this, unless it is maybe a dedicated thing, like, oh, they just have... Oh, that's the Batcave. Like, oh, they just have Baja Blast here, and it's, you know, exclusive. Like, so, Taco Bell, remember for how long they had that for? Like, years?
Yeah, now they still only sell the cans of it in the summertime, so, like, through the rest of the year, you have to go to Taco Bell for it.
Yeah, like, so that kind of thing. I guess I could see that, but I guess I'm saying that I feel like you're setting yourself up for major disappointment, you know?
No, I completely agree. So, like, is your point here, why did that guy order a Diet Dr. Kelp when he probably could have just had a can of Diet Dr. Kelp at home?
Yeah, or he could have had whatever drink he wanted, and why do normal people... I don't know where these last two Joker teeth are, or Riddler teeth are. Joker teeth. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. I guess I got them all.
See, for me, if it was, like, McDonald's and you get a better deal from, like, ordering meals than you do the things separately, that's why I would get a drink with that.
Yes, that makes sense.
But if it was, like, the Krusty Krab situation, like we're talking about here, where it's like you order a pizza and then you have to order a drink separately...
Yeah, well, because the Krusty Krab didn't even serve pizzas. That guy had to get it, like, manually.
Yeah.
He was the first guy to ever order a Krusty Krab pizza.
Yeah.
And he was like,
and
hey,
so
do
they
you have
obviously didn't have a combo on that.
No, they didn't, because it wasn't on the meal, but Mr. Krabs is such a greedy fuck that he was like, oh, yeah, sure we do. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. By the way, the most impressive thing from that episode is how that man was able to cobble together a pizza out of a burger. You ever think about that?
Well, he
took like 2 Krabby Patty burgers, didn't he? And he used his claws and like turned his back to the camera. I was like, and then all of a sudden he had a pizza. That's impressive.
He probably made the crust out of the buns.
Yes.
He probably put like ketchup and mustard for the frickin' sauce, and like burger meat for the sausage or whatever you'd have on top, or like pepperoni. Mm-hmm. And then burgers have cheese on them, so put cheese on it from that.
But you're not impressed.
Have a pizza.
You're not impressed by how fast he did it?
I am impressed by how fast he did it, but also he's Mr. Krabs.
Right. I know. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's a god walking among us.
When it comes to money.
Yeah, so...
Has he ever shown you his first dollar?
Yes.
I always find it funny when business people have, like, their first dollar.
You'll see that episode eventually.
I've already seen most of it online.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Aww.
I mean, I used to watch clips from the show before I watched the show, and I'd be like, oh, this is funny.
So if you've seen his first, like, dime?
I've not seen that.
That's a big part of the first dollar episode.
Okay.
It's really funny.
I probably just saw, like, a clip of it then. But,
okay, well, stop watching SpongeBob clips online, because we need to watch the show.
But they're really funny. They're really funny.
I want to see you laugh, like, at the actual TV show.
Where is the power for this, by the way?
That guy died.
Yeah, I know. Somebody pointed that out and made me feel bad.
That sucks.
I didn't know. Wait, so there's a different cutscene? Someone was saying there's a different cutscene, or like, this guy doesn't actually die when he's pushed into the water if you shut the power off first.
Well, how do you shut the power off first?
Puzzling, isn't it?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
I don't know.
I never did that in my life, so that's why I'm like.
Well,
if that's true, I'm fascinated by that.
I'm also fascinated, actually. And now I want to know how to turn off the power.
Yeah, for next time.
Yeah. People, leave in the comments.
Yeah, is that true? I mean, I'm not trying to call someone a liar. Maybe I misinterpreted what they were saying, but...
Well, maybe they are a liar, and like the actuator, we need to have a bunch of Reddit accounts go bully them.
Oh, alright. Well, I don't think we need that. Don't think we need that.
Oh.